All right, with a glimmer of hope, this car here has adaptive cruise control. Does it do the stop and go? I can't remember. Every car is different. So, which makes your life a lot nicer, where I don't have to be putting my foot, the car drives itself to a degree. Okay, so hopefully it's just who the hell knows what it was. It's always interesting to see how each manufacturer's cars have a different personality on their technology. So, like years ago, usually these cars turn off and your adaptive cruise control is turned off. The new Ford updated software, like in that Lightning truck, you can come to a complete stop, sit there for a while, it'll take back off again. Most cars, you come to a complete stop, and then it lets you know it's going to turn off the adaptive, and you got to restart it. Doesn't mean you have to turn the adaptive cruise control back on. It just means you got to hit the button to resume. You got to hit the resume button for the car to take back off. So I love, this is why I love the adaptive cruise control, because I'm not sitting here doing, the gas and brake. The car's doing all this for me, which just takes a lot of relief off of you having to do this all day long. And I'm going to have to get over, because a little further up the road, I got to get off this beltway, take care of business. Oh, it's turned into a long day. That's for damn sure. Here in the Super B Super Day. What the hell's that noise? It's so weird. I'm hearing like this funky noise in this car right now, and I have no idea what it is. Do you hear that? I mean, all of a sudden I got like this rattling noise. It just doesn't end. But now I'm in all the damn traffic to stop and go, and got a ways to go. So, oh boy. What the hell's that rattling noise? You hear that? Oh, it's my license plate. Duh. Oh my gosh. Traffic. I'm loving the adaptive cruise control. I love this. I mean, I know so many people that hate it, but oh my gosh, if you know how to manage it, it is such a great tool to get around in traffic. And the technology is getting better. I can honestly say, me being in these cars for the first adaptive cruise control vehicle I had was a Toyota Sequoia back like in 2000, I'm going to say 12 or 13. And it sucked. It was terrible. And then the next one would be the Dodge, the Mopar products, the Jeep products that have the adaptive cruise control. So that's really been my main original use of adaptive cruise control, has been the Dodge products, Jeep. But it just does a great job. You have to trust it though. If you don't trust it, you'll start freaking out and putting the brake on. But the car knows. It depends how far you set away the car. It's all about the length and distance for the radar's reading. 1 car length, 2 car lengths. And once again, for me, it's a really great tool, because it just gives your foot, the gas brake relief. Car is great. I mean, this really is a lot of fun. I mean, this is a great work vehicle for me. This is a very practical vehicle to be able to put a lot of gear in it, work out of it, and it is fun. It's a fun vehicle. So anybody out there that wants a fun car, this definitely is a fun vehicle. All right, since I drive so many different vehicles all the time, I just can't remember every bit of the technology. But this vehicle here, it does say when you come to a stop that the adaptive cruise control may turn off if you're stopped too long. You can only stop for a few seconds, but this is where this all gets freaky in these cars. Is these guys are stopping. Look, the car's been stopping. You'll be like, oh no, but it is. It just has a more efficient way of stopping. So, and I'm getting on Route 70, and I'm in the 5 o'clock rush hour traffic now. But see here, so the car, I mean, this is all doing itself. I'm not doing anything. And it's such a relief. So let's see here if it comes up. It's got to stop for you to see that message. But once again, in this car here, it's only lets you sit a few seconds before you have to hit the resume button to get it to work. So, and this is an interesting exit. You can exit right or left. You go right, you're going backwards. You go left, you're going forward. So, you can see that. That's what I'm getting ready to be in. And to be a lot of stop and go traffic. So now, for me, having this adaptive cruise is going to be really cool. Some people are like, yeah, I'm sick of the adaptive cruise control conversation. Yeah, but many people don't know how to use it. I mean, you'd be blown away how many people have adaptive cruise control. They don't use it. They don't know how to use it. It's too complicated to them. They don't trust it. One feature I wish this car had was the hold feature, which is a very more common thing that the manufacturers put in the availability, where you can take your foot off the brake and the car holds itself. So that is a nice feature as well. It's just all about driver fatigue. And like me, you live in these cars day in, day out. It's just all the little things that really do wear you down. So this is a good light, fast light. So let's get on the road here, but we ain't going nowhere, but up to much more stop and go traffic. What's cool is you can reactivate this thing really at any time. And it used to be that you had to be going a certain speed to activate it. And now I just hit resume. Just hit resume, and now it's back on again. And so now we'll just get up the road here, and tons of traffic. Look at that Camaro there. I tell you, I was going to say, look at that Mustang. The Camaro and Mustang are so similar. I've been pretty mild on this car today, so let's see how we're doing on fuel economy. 19. Yeah. If you get out on the open highway and you're really tame with this thing, you're going to get 20, 22, maybe even 24. Yes. But this car here, I kind of got to remember, this has a little wider tire. Having this drag radial on this car, that is a difference. So I didn't really think about that. The bigger tire, more resistance. So I probably never would get really great mileage because that heavy, just a really heavy tire. It's a lot of material going down the road. There's the first official Tacoma I've seen in person. So there it is. How about that, huh? What did you think of that? I don't know. Probably expensive. Yeah, I think the new TRD Pro Tacoma looks good. Let's see how this car handles all this, right? This is where you get in the freaky mode, the panic mode. Kind of bust out of this eventually, hopefully. Okay, look, see here? So watch. That's it, it's just turned off. So now, I gotta hit the resume button for us to take off again. Only thing about adaptive cruise is it definitely paces you where people can definitely get in front of you. It's a little slow getting going, and it just depends how far back you set the vehicle. So one disadvantage of it is people will take advantage of the pocket of the car trying to pace itself, and you'll get people to start cutting in front of you all the time. Oh, we got a crash. There's always a crash, right? Hey, look at that there. There's my old Frostbite blue color Charger that I gave up. And think about it, some people are like, you can't believe you gave up that for this. But you know what? This thing is $700 a month less. Did you just hear me? This car is $700 a month less. So I think I'm having a lot of fun for $700 less. It just opens the door for me to own something else. But yeah, that's what I do. Then I own a nice motorcycle. Okay, that's kind of how it plays out. Yeah, and I love the plum crazy look. I love the adaptive cruise. I like the theme of the car, and I'm very content. I'm very happy. I mean, I got enough fast cars, right? Or do I? I mean, now I have that Z06. Oh my gosh. Would I rather have that than the Frostbite Blue Charger? Yeah, I would. So is this more about the rubbernecking? Or is this on our side? That's the debate. I think it's on the left side. I think it's over there. I don't think it's over here, because if it was, we'd have to be moving over to the right-hand lane. So I'm sure it's all the rubberneckers. Everyone, hey, who crashed? As you crash into the guy in front of you. Yep, so what happened here? What do you think happened here? Multiple vehicle crash. And, I mean, is this car here part of that? Or is this just the guy I pulled over to help? Can we tell? Ooh, man, so the car flipped. Haha. Yeah, somebody probably has some wet pants right now. Look at that. What type of car is it? I really can't tell. Wow. Oh, they're having a lousy day. Yeah, they're having a lousy day. Wow. See here, I'm not even pushing the gas pedal. We're getting up down the road. So, oh, that traffic's screwed for the day. Yeah, so how'd that happen? Most likely a blind spot. Somebody moved over their lane, caught that car, got them sideways, and then it rolled. But how many times did it roll? That's the danger. Odds are the car rolled a few times, maybe. Yeah, that'd be freaky. Oh my gosh. Then all your stuff that's loose in the car's flying around. I mean, that's the danger. All right, here we go. Get that exhaust note going down the road. That's what it's always about. And people just haul butt up this road. I ain't lying. So everybody's gonna haul ass now. Shut up. Yep. This thing just rocks. Even with these drag radials on, and not bad at all considering. Right, this area here a lot of times gets these adventure motorcycle cops that hang out on the side of the road. You can't even see them. They're in green outfits, green motorcycles. I mean, there's no way you'll know they're there. Yeah, but this is the mad rush home, so most of those guys don't do it at this time of the day because they don't get run over. So everybody just gets in a pack. Everybody gets in a pack and just starts hauling butt. So everybody in front of you is going faster than you, or so it won't be you getting the ticket. But it's just crazy. The speeds that people go. But we got to slow down up here again. That's what's going on up here. And see, listen to the car. You don't really get a lot of exhaust note. That's what I say to people watching this video. This car is a really comfortable, nice car. And, I mean, in some ways, you don't really want a heavy exhaust note because it's such a big interior. But if you're wanting that thrill of the exhaust note, you just don't get that in this car like you will with the Mustang or the Camaro. The Corvette, once you go to 5th gear, it seems like the exhaust turns off. Which I can believe that. So once again, it's a very tame. But I don't think, even for me, I think it would get very old with a very loud, constant exhaust note in this big ass 4-door car, especially on a long road trip. Ever feel like you're in NASCAR when you're driving down the road going home? I mean, oh my gosh, it's like cars stacked in front of me, cars stacked behind me. Everybody's looking for the maneuver. I mean, there's just a lot going on. Who doesn't know these stories? You know, who breaks out, gets out of the pack, and yeah, make sure there's no freaking undercover cop, or and then it's like, oh, yep, there you go. Have I been down that path? Sure have. I mean, you've got 90 mile an hour, 100 mile an hour people up here come up on you. It's like, get out of my way. Right, get out of my way. Man, do you have a little pocket right here? It's debatable on that one. And as anybody sit on top of a hill, a lot of times cops sit up top of the hill here. I've had a lot of fun on this stretch right here coming back in. I mean, it's usually pretty open. For you to have a little get up and go. This guy here. So I've kind of been doing his own little thing. I may go by him. Yeah. That was a little bit of power right there. Yeah, we're kind of getting up the road now. Yeah, this thing gets up the road, man. These things are fast. I mean, they will get you in trouble. Yikes. Yeah, As we have a little fun going home, right? Yeah. Going home or going to jail. I get it, man. But once again, you're here in this car, and I just nailed it, all out nailed it. And, you know, where's exhaust? But like I say, for me, it works. But for others, they may be like, man, I want more rumble. I want more noise. I want more fun in that driving experience of that Super Beam. I get it. This guy here cut right, so concern then is somebody cut left out of that middle. Whoa, that middle lane. That's you got to be really careful of. And then you're bing, and who's at fault in that, right? And then you get these crazy speeds, and you'll come up. You'll come up on a guy that's not. You're not gonna like him when you meet him. Come on, man. Coming into Frederick, Maryland. I run these roads so much, man. It's crazy. Crazy. Yeah, I think my fuel economy is going to go down the toilet. You know, I always am intrigued on how people drive. So this guy has blue Ford Explorer. He's a Virginia guy. If he had a Maryland tag, you'd think he's an undercover guy. But this guy literally did everything he could do to catch up to me. But now that he caught up to me, he won't take the lead. So even though I kind of really got into it back there, who experiences this? You have some guy that will follow you, but then once you kind of lay off, they just then hover around you. It's like, no, you go on by. Why are you now hanging with me? You know, we know these stories, right? Usually the cops sitting right around this corner here, underneath the bridge, but nobody's showing that on the ways today. So we'll hope for the best on that. But yeah, now the guy's tagging me, so it's like he's literally, you know, hanging with me, but he's kind of like blocking me in. Get away from that. You ever notice people that like end up, they're oblivious to the fact that they're going faster and faster, and they're just kind of hanging with you? You ever notice that? I'm sure a lot of people are cognizant of that. Some of you going down the road, they won't be going very fast, but once you get up next to them and try to get them to move over, or they get next to you, they start pacing with you. And I think a lot of people are just not even cognizant that that's going on. Yeah, so what's the fuel economy now? 19.1. Well, wait a second here. Got another screen. 19.4. Wow. I can't believe that. Can you believe that? I mean, wow. Pretty impressive. I always think a cop who's sitting right up there on the hill shooting radar down on you, like, here you come, you gotcha. Yeah, so this guy now is making maneuvers to catch back up, and he's hauling ass. Now Waze is saying there's a bunch of police up here, so better tame it down a little bit. We're getting on home. And for the most part now, it's open road. For the most part, got the BMW Mini. Convertible. Yeah, I drove one of those so many years ago. I was like, so you buy this little dinky car, and it gets like 20 miles per gallon? I was like, really? I was like, but why? Why? So one day he's coming through this corner here, really getting into it, and there was a state boy sitting right there, right at the last second. I saved myself from like, oh my gosh, I totally shut it down. So now we're kind of the open road here again, and once again, it's very, as you can tell, I modded the exhaust in this car, and I think some would be like, you modded the exhaust in this thing? It would be like, no way, I can't believe you did that. yeah, so now we kind of get back to the adaptive cruise control and just really comfortable. Yeah, not bad. So they got light traffic, which is pretty cool actually. But it's a Tuesday. Tuesdays, I think, are days where people chill out. I think the Mondays are everybody's going back to work, getting the routine. Tuesdays, you kind of everything got in order. You don't need to be going places. Wednesday, you get the itch to get out. Thursday, you're definitely now kind of trying to pick up the pieces. Friday, you want to get the hell out of town. Roads are packed. Saturday, adventure time. Sunday, adventure time. Back to Monday. That's what I witnessed. But it's so interesting in this area on how on the Saturday, Sundays in Florida, the roads are so much lighter. In this area here, there's so much more crowded. And what is that all about? So it's just so strange that in Florida, it seems like, especially Sundays, the roads aren't that crazy. But around this area, oh my gosh, by noon Sunday, these roads are a joke. Saturday, the roads are a joke just all day long. I mean, that's just the way it is in this area. As we get the change of season here and the cooler weather, and we got a 50-degree day, so it's really been a very cool day up here. And that's what happens. If you're the Northern Virginia, Maryland person, you know. You get these hot days and then you get these cold days and you don't dress appropriately. You'll be dressing like it's 80 degrees out when it's going to be 40s and 50s. And that's when you get your good old cold and sniffles. I got a dental appointment tomorrow morning. That sucks. I got 2 cavities. It just doesn't end. It should progress in life. So I got to have cavities, a bridge. Yeah, that's a $1,200 bill. Yeah, even with insurance participating, the other portion, I guess, I don't know. That'll be a 2-hour project probably. So, yippee yahoo. That's why you watch my channel. You know, I just like to make videos of me being out in the field, the roads, sharing my experience of the cars I own, because hopefully my stories and what I tell you about the cars, hopefully you can connect with it. You know, are you sitting there next to me? I mean, sincerely, it gives me a partner to talk to, because for so many years, my father used to ride around with me in the business and hang out with me. My dad did that for a good 10 plus years. And he would be with me day in, day out. But he'd only be up here certain days, certain times a year. He went back and forth between Florida and Virginia, so he'd be up here for like 2-3 months. And then he'd leave and come back. You know, he'd be gone maybe sometimes 4, 5, 6 months. Then come back for 2-3 months. They used to my mother and father used to try to come up here about 2 times a year and spend a good 4, 5, 6 months up here if they could. And so my dad and I had a lot of quality time hanging out, riding around. And my dad was always a Rush Limbaugh guy. He'd want to turn on the AM radio to Rush Limbaugh. And I just eventually, I just can't take it, man. I can't take it. I can't take it. Oh my gosh. Like, no, you got to turn it off, man. I just can't take the constant Rush Limbaugh. But, you know, yeah, I know the guy. What was the E&B network or something like that? What was the name of his network? And think about it. Since Rush Limbaugh passed, I don't even know who picked up that network or picked up that time slot. Was it Bongino or Sean Hannity but for the E&B or whatever it was network for Rush Limbaugh, I wonder, did that just totally close down? I would imagine so. I mean, who's going to replace Rush Limbaugh, right? Yeah. I first heard of Rush Limbaugh back in like 1989. Like 1989. A friend of mine, a good friend of mine I worked with, he started listening to that guy. And I could just tell right out of the gate. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy, he definitely has a really good perspective, very knowledgeable, very informative. But man, if you listen to the guy, you're gonna go nuts. You're gonna be mad. You're gonna be mad because you're gonna be hearing all the stuff that's going on undermining this country. Rush Limbaugh saw what's happening today a long time ago. So maybe they watched and they know what I'm talking about. But at the same time, you're like, hey, isn't this about the Super Day, Super B? It is. And it's so much fun. So there's that exhaust note, right? Yeah, how about that, right? I should just buy the the Hellcrate motor. Wasn't that Hellcrate? I was talking about that. I actually forgot all about that. The Hellcrate motor, or whatever it was. The Demon Crate motor, whatever it was. I totally forgot about that. I think it's supposed to come available first this year. They probably are all sold out. I can guarantee you that. I haven't looked into it, but I guarantee it is. Hey, I can talk, can't I? All right, I'll shut the hell up. Oh, coming off the line, this thing kind of gets a little rumble here, and kind of being down the lower gears. Listen to this here. So that's not too bad. One thing I really like, though, about the Dodge Mopar products, Jeep, they actually patented years ago these side buttons. I don't know if I can see it with my camera, where you can tune your radios. Like this here, this takes you from station to station. And then like over here is the volume. And then it frees up your other controls on your steering wheel. I think Dodge had a patent on that for many, many years. And now it's not per se patent anymore, I don't think. But I really do like, so if you look here, you can see I can go through the channels with the, and I can go one at a time, or I can default back to the original channel I had. And you can go through, then you can go over here with the volume control, and you can turn up the volume. So it's really very convenient. It's very easy to navigate and control your radio through those side buttons. And I'm surprised more manufacturers out there haven't done that. Because on the Ford product, it's all up here. You have to constantly do this, and it's a little bit more challenging sometimes. Hey, we're coming back to Virginia. It's just incredible on how if you stay tuned to my channel all the time, you're going to witness how all these trees that have been so barren are all going to come into foliage, and you're going to see the greenery. Just incredible. Just incredible how the spring is here and the warmer months are upon us. And it seems like it's a little healthier here in Virginia than over in Maryland. So it kind of seems like the foliage is coming in quicker. We're a little more southern. Now we all know that. So here, welcome to Virginia. Who thought of the idea of Virginia is for lovers? Where'd that come from, right? And once again, this road here, same old road, 50, 60 years later, nothing, goose egg. Maryland and Virginia can't come to agreement on making this road wider on both sides. Incredible. On the challenges of traveling. As we get up the road here and see all the change. Guy that owns this gas station here, he has the permits and all the process ready to make a mega station right there. Wonder why he got that like 3 years ago. Wonder what's holding him up from building the mega station there, besides everything's so much more expensive. This little antique store place here, it has changed ownership. Nobody ever makes it there. No one ever makes it. It's just too isolated. All the antique stores are up the road, all congregated together, and that's what people do, is they go to that one area and hang out. That's just too isolated. It just doesn't work. And then we're coming up here to where Jim Athey, the gentleman that sold that farmhouse to me, nicest guy I ever met in my life, meaning how he was so gracious to help me buy that house. He's buried right up there in the back in that black tombstone. He and his wife, Joanne. And once again, that farmhouse all came together because of that guy, Jim Athey. And wow, I mean, he was really special to me because he entrusted me to be able to make things work out, to be able to eventually buy that farmhouse. There's a lot to that story, which I won't be boring you on that, but that's where he lived. He was a home builder. He built that house. He and Jody had a beautiful setting, very nice, beautiful kids and all. And sadly, though, that a few of them have passed. But anyways, and then they have ownership to that. He ended up buying property. He did very well. Apparently, he was a very good baseball player when he was a young man, and he got into, I think, laying brick. I think brick was his original way that he kind of got into the building industry. And then his mother used to own this gas station. And believe it or not, years ago, you go years ago, back into the early 90s, I used to sell this gas station fuel, gasoline. That was one of my accounts. Wow, look at the trees. The Bradford pears, right? Aren't these the Bradford pears that are very dominant up in this area? I think they are. Somebody say, no, those are dogwoods. Okay, you're probably right. They are. I'm not sure. I'm not a tree expert. My daughter would be like, no, Dad, they're dogwoods. No, they're Bradford pears. What the hell are they? I don't know. Yeah, wow. Look at all the whiteness. Isn't that pretty? I mean, wow, just like overnight, these things have come to life. That's a really lousy part of road. I've always been so intrigued. It'd be so neat to be a paving company and make a section of road in your car dealerships where the road was not perfect. It was imperfection. Because back in that little area back there, the car shakes and rattles. You know, it shakes and moves around, and you feel all this vibration in it. And I always think, oh my gosh, if you could have that piece of road near a car dealership, a guy goes and test drives a car, he's gonna be like, this car, there's something wrong with this car. Not knowing that it's the road surface. I think that'd be a great prank. So the guy's trying to sell cars all the time. People complain his cars don't drive right. It's because of the road surface. I don't know how it got that way in that part of that road. It's about 100-yard section back there where when I drive in every car I have, the car has a very weird feeling to it. And it's like it moves around and vibrates. And it's like the tires are out of balance, or it's just weird. I think all of us wonder, what else could I have done in my life? And you know what? I should have gotten into the brewery business. These places are gold mines out here. I mean, they've taken their hits. But I mean, pre-pandemic, these frickin' things, and then during the pandemic, once they get the availability to open up again, these things, oh my gosh. But it's a lot of work. So I get all that. I mean, I understand all that, but I mean, for the people that set those things up and do it right, I mean, you can do very well. As we come to the cesspool, here's the trailer park that's right down the street from me. And are they finally building a correct septic field? Because this place here, in the summer months, a hot summer, the wind's blowing the wrong way. You can smell this freaking place. It looks like they're working on something. I guess they're redoing that. Yeah, and the owner of this gas station, he owns all these trailer homes back here and collects rent every month from all these people. He's got a hell of a gig. Yeah, speak of the cesspool. Yeah, a lot of times when I come back in and it's a little more quiet in the roads, I'll do the little 0 to 60 run up the way here because it's a great area for me to try to do it. But it's cold, the weather's cool, the tires aren't going to hook, so this just ain't worth it. To see if I can beat my 0 to 60 time. What is my 0 to 60 time? Let's go through the timer here on performance. Let's see here if I got anything there. Ready. What's it say? I can't even tell you. Where is it? 11. Reaction time. 0 to 60. Look at that. 5.3 is my best. So this car should be in the 4s. My guess was if you get the tires to connect, you know how to launch it right, you'll be in the 4s. Maybe this thing's spec'd in the 3s. I don't think it is. I think I definitely could be a second faster. But I ain't gonna be able to do that today. Too cool, and there's just too many people. Jesus Christ, dude, what are you doing? Too many people on the road. As we come down the home stretch, from probably a lot of yakking and talking, and I think some people enjoy it. I think some people despise it. I don't know. But here's the good news. On YouTube, you can just turn it off anytime you want. You know what I mean? So for the record, anybody here watching this, like, if you get sick of hearing me talk, just turn it off. I think the kid got back in and went to the gym. And you know what? She loves that Mustang. She loves that Mustang. Yeah, that's what she did. So let me call it a day here. as we get in, and my gate, my home link, it doesn't work. See here, like if I hit this button here, doesn't work. Or does it? Hold on. Nope. So I gotta go my other thing to get the damn gate to open. So I gotta take the car in for that. But tomorrow we're gonna take the Z06 in, get that looked at, and we're gonna take the Jeep Gladiator and get it inspected, and blah blah blah, and da 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 da, and dee 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 doo. Okay, the Super B day is done, and great driving, great fun, great time. So everybody watch my channel. Tune in tomorrow morning's conversations. So what are we gonna talk about tomorrow? I don't know. Monday we talked about refund. Today we talked about the attack. And so what do we talk about tomorrow morning? As every day, Monday through Friday, I have a 30 to 45 minute conversation of the state of times. Like really what it is about the cars, take the car themes, and then I take the car themes and motorcycles, trucks, and kind of turn it into the state of times and what we all feel like we're going through. So as always, thanks for watching my channel. Share the channel. Ask for a sticker. It's iceHTVcomments@gmail.com. iceHTVcomments@gmail.com. And reach out, say hey, and ask for a sticker, and I'll mail one to you. I won't sell your data, I promise. And so as always, God bless. Have a great evening. Stay safe and stay tuned.